Coming up on News Live at 6, New York State is on the verge of passing a budget for the next fiscal year. It could help your wallet. We'll tell you why next.
Plus, the Student Association election wraps up tonight. Will David Bruin win a second term as president, or will someone else lead SA for the next year? That's next.
And Syracuse Fashion Week 2022 is underway. We're live from Dinosaur BBQ here tonight to break down all you need to know and how to grab last-minute tickets. CitrusTV News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Governor Kathy Hochul announced a tentative deal on a new state budget. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Teagan Brown.
And I'm Trey Redfield. Thanks so much for joining us. Lawmakers can vote on the new budget as soon as tonight. Here with the details on what is in that deal is Citrus TV's Moriah Humiston.
Teagan and Trey, after a week of intense negotiations, the New York State budget is now 1 week late. Governor Kathy Hochul says the wait is worth it because it will help New Yorkers where they need it most. So let's break down what some of the $220 billion budget will include. The first thing is a gas tax holiday. It's going to be 7 months long. It's going to have a pause in the gas tax starting June 1st through the end of the year, and the break is going to give New Yorkers a break from raising prices at the pump. Now, New York State currently taxes gas at about 33 cents per gallon. And this suspension would cut 16 cents off of that rate. It's estimated that $585 million can be saved for people and businesses across the state. Now, a main cause of lawmakers missing this budget deadline is bail reform. This allows judges more discretion when settling bail, and judges can now determine if a person poses danger to public safety or if a history of gun use has been happening when setting bail. And they can set bail on repeat offenders in gun cases with as few as 3 firearms for violating an order of protection, and that was down from 10 in the previous bill. Now, the third thing is alcohol to go, which is bringing back something from the pandemic era idea for the next 3 years. Now, this was a popular idea for consumers, but there was pushback from liquor store owners. Now, restaurants cannot sell full bottles of alcohol with this deal, and drinks need to be accompanied by, quote, substantial food, which was something we also saw during the COVID-19 pandemic when alcohol to go was originally available. But there's no definition yet of what substantial food means from the governor's office. Teagan and Trey, back to you.
Thanks, Moriah. The new state budget deal will include $20 million in renovations for the Carrier Dome. The total cost of the upgrades is almost $45 million. SU plans to replace all of the metal backless bleachers with plastic seats. They will also upgrade stairs and railings. This is the next phase of SU's planned overhaul of the dome. The university already added new concessions and a jumbotron.
Polls for the Student Association executive election will close tonight at midnight. The election pits incumbent President David Bruin against challengers Breton McNeil and Jordan Pierre. Our reporter Peter Elliott is live tonight on the quad with more on how the results will be announced. Peter?
Trey, good evening. The results from the Student Association executive election will be announced tomorrow at noon, but not from the quad as originally planned. Instead, the results will be announced in a campus-wide email and not in person due to concerns over inclement weather. Regardless, in less than 18 hours, we'll know the next president and vice president of the Student Association. The polls opened on Monday and will close tonight at midnight. As of noon today, over 1,400 students have voted in this year's election, according to Richard Kaufman, the chair of SA's Board of Elections. Last year's election was extended for an extra day so that the 10% voting threshold of the student body could be met. That requirement was dropped prior to this election, so that the results tomorrow won't hinge on student turnout. We spoke with Student Association President David Bruin about his expectations for this election and why he thinks turnout has been so low recently.
You know, I think the reason that turnout has been so difficult in the past couple years is because of the pandemic. And largely because of the pandemic and the campus climate sort of changing because of that, there's just been less engagement, less attendance at events.
For his part, Bruin is looking to win re-election and become the first president in the 65-year history of Student Association to serve a second term. He's looking to continue a number of his initiatives from his first term, including expanding the grocery store trolley program and as well as the menstrual products campaign. He also talked about a number of the initiatives he wants to start in his second term, if re-elected.
The point of wanting to run again, right, is that there's unfinished business left to do. Wellness Days are a project we've started, but we need to keep pushing and get it into the end zone, or even meal swipes in Shine.
Unlike last year when Bruin ran unopposed, he's got competition this time. Vying for the role of president are juniors Jordan Pierre and Brett McNeil. Will Bruin retain office, or will a challenger reemerge? Syracuse University students find out tomorrow in their inboxes. Reporting live from the Quad, I'm Peter Elliott, Citrus TV News.
Peter, thank you so much. We should know the results of the election, like you said, by noon tomorrow. Now, Syracuse Fashion Week is back in person this year. The last 2 years, the event has been remote because of the pandemic. Citrus TV reporter Nicole Aponte is live from Dinosaur BBQ tonight. Nicole, how is the second night of events looking over there?
Look, Trey, Teagan, I know that we're all fashion gurus here at Citrus TV, and Syracuse Fashion Week, they're combining that love for fashion with local artists, stylists, bars, restaurants, you name it. And I'm actually joined now by Syracuse Fashion Week creator and executive director, Lisa Butler. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us today. You know, this is the first time that this event has been back in full capacity since, the pandemic? So how excited are you for tonight?
So excited. When we were able to start planning it several months ago, we were, watching every day. Can we do it? What are our limitations? Can we go maskless? When all the restrictions finally started just loosening up, we were like, yes, we can finally do SFW.
And that preparation, that can't be easy, especially during a pandemic. What was that like going into this entire weekend?
It was good. I felt good about it. I've been out doing other events, I've been going to concerts, I've been going to plays, so I feel like I'm comfortable. I think everybody here is comfortable. So it's just been amazing. Everybody, all 8 designers that are showing tonight, are so excited to finally be back on the runway.
This is so exciting. I know there's 3 themes that you guys have been doing. Tonight's local love.
Yeah.
Is there a particular show that you're most excited for, or is that all of them?
I can't say that I have a favorite child. I can't say that. I'm excited for all of them. Yeah, the Burlesque Company is going to start the show, Salt City Burlesque, so that's amazing.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. And what do you hope that, Syracuse community members can gain from this event?
I want people to realize there's a great creative culture in Syracuse. And I don't know that we've talked about the Food Bank of Central New York, but they are our organization that we've been raising awareness and funds for since 2014. So tonight I hope to raise hundreds and hundreds of dollars for them. And in the last fall, we were able to raise $1,500, and it goes right to them. I think we're going to do better this year.
That's so wonderful. Now Syracuse Fashion Week would be nothing without a catwalk, right? Lisa, I have to ask you. I think we have to show everyone how we have to. All right, let's go. So let's walk this way, and then we'll walk back right over. All right. So Teagan, Trey, I think I got it. I think I'm ready for Syracuse Fashion Week. Maybe I'm ready to model. Who knows? So you're all back in the studio. Guys, back to you.
Nicole, thanks so much. University Union has released the lineup for this year's Block Party. Block Party is Friday, April 29th at 7 p.m. at the Dome. Rappers Gunna and Baby Keem are the headliners. Other performers include 070 Shake and A-Track. Tickets are $25 with an SU or a SUNY ESF ID. They go on sale next Monday at noon.
SU's Community Review Board is looking for new members to fill vacating seats. In a letter to students, Chair Brianna Sclafani says the board wants 2 undergraduate students, 1 graduate student, a staff member, faculty member, and administrator. The board was created after former U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch's investigation of DPS. Interested undergrads can submit an application to SA President David Bruin.
An SU student is receiving a scholarship from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Emma Liptrap is a sophomore honors civil engineering major. The scholarship includes $9,500 to help with tuition and a paid internship with the NOAA. Teagan, we've seen a lot of rain this week. Each and every, it seemed like at the start of the week it came down. Thursday it was pouring, but you know what? We got a really nice day today.
It was really nice today, and somebody who can tell us more about it is our weather anchor, Alex Malinowski. Alex?
Thanks, guys. Right now, it is 51 degrees here in Syracuse. It's just partly cloudy right now. A lot better than yesterday. It was downpouring all day, just an awful day. My hair was just looking real down. It was really awful yesterday, but today's a better day, guys. It's 51 degrees, a little bit warmer, still cloudy out there, not too much sun. We could see some more of that later in the forecast this week. But current temperatures across central New York, we're seeing 48 degrees up in Fulton, 51 degrees down in Cortland, and a high of 54 degrees in Ithaca. Sitting at 51 in Syracuse, pretty comfortable for this time of year. I want it up in the 60s, but not too shabby out there. And then taking a look tonight, we are going to see some rain, so you're going to want to have an umbrella if you're out there. You're going to have a raincoat or a windbreaker to deal with that rain, but 39 degrees, some light winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not too bad out there. I'll have more for you guys later. That's all for me right now. Trey, Teagan, back to you.
Alex, thanks so much. Coming up after the break, a Russian missile strike hits a Ukrainian train station. Here are the details next.
Plus, Israeli police tracked down a suspect in last night's shooting in Tel Aviv. The latest details next. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Now back to Citrus TV News Live at 6 with Teagan Brown, Trey Redfield, Tyler O'Neill, and Peter Elliott. Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Ukraine says at least 50 people have been killed and another 300 injured after a Russian missile attack. The missiles hit a train station in the city of Kramatorsk in the east of the country.
Russia is denying the missile strikes. Its forces are regrouping in the Donbas region after failing to take the capital of Kyiv. Ukraine continues to receive weapons from NATO countries. Today, Slovakia announced it is sending its surface-to-air missile system to Ukraine.
A third Israeli has died after a shooting by a Palestinian man in Tel Aviv on Thursday night. The shooting was on Dizengoff Street in central Tel Aviv, and over 10 people were injured in the attack. This was the fourth deadly attack in Israel in the last 3 weeks.
Israeli police conducted a manhunt throughout the night in Tel Aviv. Early Friday morning, they found him hiding in a mosque in Jaffa. The militant group Hamas praised the attack, but they did not take credit.
Earlier today, President Joe Biden formally introduced incoming Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson at a White House event. Jackson is the first ever black woman confirmed to the Supreme Court.
The confirmation vote passed the Senate yesterday by a vote of 53 to 47. This marks the first time in its history that the Supreme Court will not have a white male majority. Jackson had this to say at the event.
It has taken 232 years and 115 prior appointments for a Black woman to be selected to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States. But we've made it.
Today, a jury acquitted 2 men charged in the alleged kidnapping plot of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Daniel Harris and Brandon Caserta were found not guilty on conspiracy charges.
The jury also could not reach a verdict for the 2 alleged leaders, Adam Fox and Barry Croft Jr. This means that the government will most likely put them on trial again. The trial was the result, of an FBI operation just before the 2020 election.
Coming up, I have your 5-day forecast. Could temps reach the 60s? Find out after the break.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to Live at 6. I have your 5-day forecast here in Syracuse. Taking a look tomorrow, we are going to see some showers. It's going to be pretty cloudy out there, 48 degrees. Same thing for Sunday. We are going to see some more rain, but we could also see some snow mixed in there because we're going to hit a low of 30 degrees. I know I do not like that either. I do not want to see any more snow here in April. We need some sun. We need some warmer temperatures. Monday, we are going to warm up a little bit. Mixed clouds and sun, 59 degrees. But as we head into Tuesday, more rain, warmer temps on there on Tuesday, though, 62 degrees. And then Wednesday is going to be the best day of the week to me, 66 degrees, almost hitting 70 there. Mostly cloudy, though, so not that much sun. And then as we take a look tomorrow, again, like I said, some rain, 9 a.m., 42 degrees, 46 degrees as we hit 3 p.m., and then leveling off at 45 degrees around 6 p.m. Some rain out there tomorrow, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. You're going to want to have your raincoat. You're going to want to have your umbrella out there. Not the best of days out there tomorrow, but that's okay. And then taking a look at those future temperatures, Saturday night into Sunday morning, we're going from 42 degrees down to 35 degrees from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. 12 hours later, leveling off at 35 degrees of those last few hours there. So pretty chilly. You're going to want to have a coat to warm yourself up out there. But that's all I have right now. John, what's going on in sports?
Well, Alex, coming up in sports, rain or shine, SU Women's Lacrosse takes on the #1 team in the nation tomorrow. But they already received some troubling news this afternoon. Stick around for more. News Live at 6. Back after this.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Welcome into sports. I'm John Dales, and we begin with a tradition unlike any other. Day 2 of the Masters is wrapping up in Augusta, Georgia right now, and our very own John Perrick is live amidst the blooming azaleas. First of all, John, I got to admit it, I'm jealous of you. Got to get that out there. Second, there's a guy named Tiger Woods who created a lot of chatter this week simply by playing. What have you seen from him?
John, good evening from the Masters. Well, all eyes this week have been on Tiger Woods, especially his legs. Now, Tiger has not really shown much outward pain, but yesterday after round 1, he acknowledged that the pain is there. Now, when it comes to his performance on the golf course, well, Tiger Woods has done just everything you could imagine here at Augusta National this week. He had a good round yesterday. It was a little quiet to start, but then he shot 1 under par 71, which is respectable. But today, it was a nightmare start. 4 bogeys in his first 5 holes, and then he comes back, gets into a groove. He had birdies on 8 and 10, and then birdies on 13 and 14, and he's sitting at 1 over right now, which is around the cut line. So it looks like Tiger Woods will make the cut again here at Augusta National. He's not missed the cut as a professional. John?
Now let's talk a little bit about the weather, John. If you're tuned into golf Twitter, there's been a whole lot of discussion about the wind today. How are conditions looking out there?
Well, John, the conditions here at Augusta, in a word, I guess they've been treacherous, right? Today, all day long, it was windy. Players were really struggling, I guess, except for Scotty Scheffler, who is right now at 3 under par on the day and is the outright leader. But tomorrow, they're only going to get worse. The temperature is going to drop down towards the mid to high 50s, and the wind will certainly be whipping. So, right now, for players that are looking to kind of get back in the tournament tomorrow, it's not going to be their day. But Sunday, it certainly will be. The temperature is supposed to be around 73 degrees, no wind, and the sun's going to come out. So for players looking to make that big Sunday charge, there's ideal scoring conditions in the forecast for Sunday. Tonight, live from the Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, John Perrick, Citrus TV News. Guys.
John Perrick at Augusta National, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Well, bringing things back to the SU Hill, a lot of people referred to Syracuse men's lacrosse's 22-6 blowout defeat at the hands of Notre Dame on Saturday as the worst game of the season. And that remained to be true for all of about 5 days, because yesterday the Orange made their first ever trip to Albany across I-90 to play at Casey Stadium, and the Great Danes took down the Orange 14-12 in the freezing rain. Now, the big difference in this one, shots on goal. Despite having almost twice as many shots total as Albany, the Orange only had 2 more shots on net. And when asked about the difference in the game, SU head coach Gary Gait left things pretty simple.
Yeah, it was easy. We didn't finish.
Coach Gait kept things succinct in his post-game presser, and it makes sense with a team that's struggling now to a 4-6 record on the year. No rest for the wicked, though. SU hosts Cornell, the number 6 team in the land, just 3 days from now in the Dome. Meanwhile, SU women's lacrosse is getting prepped for the game of the year. Number 1 North Carolina comes to the Dome tomorrow afternoon for a matchup of 2 teams unbeaten in ACC play, but the Cuse has already been dealt a body blow. Earlier this afternoon, SU Athletics announced standout midfielder Emma Tyrell is out for the rest of the season with a lower body injury. The junior leads the team in assists, is 3rd in goals, and it's also up in the air whether All-American attacker Megan Carney will be able to suit up for Syracuse tomorrow. She's missed the last 2 games with a leg injury. Her official status is day-to-day, so add those injuries to the fact that UNC beat SU all 3 times they played each other last year, and it may be an uphill battle for Kayla Trainer's squad. And that's why they play the games, though, right? Opening draw tomorrow is slated for 2 p.m. Over to baseball, rain and cold temperatures kept the Yankees from opening their season yesterday, but the Bronx Bombers opened up 2022 with a bang this afternoon in the form of a 6-5 walk-off win over the Red Sox in the 11th inning. New York third baseman Josh Donaldson played hero, slapping a single up the middle in the bottom of the 11th to bring in the winning run and send Yankees fans home happy after Game 1 of 162.
Well, it's unfortunate the Red Sox couldn't pull out the win, John, but thanks so much for the sports update. Hopefully Alex Malinowski will be...
Thanks, Trey. I mean, yeah, I understand as a Red Sox fan, certainly tough for you, but The Yankees weren't the only New York team in action today in the MLB. The Mets also play later today. They play their second game of the season. Buck Showalter gives the ball to Max Scherzer. It's his first start for the Mets, and it comes against his former team. Remember, Scherzer won a World Series with Washington back in 2019. $130 million later, he's wearing another uniform, and New York looks to make it 2-0.
Well, John, thanks so much. When we come back, Alex Malinowski will have one last look at your weather. Stay with us.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to Live at 6. I have your wake-up forecast for tomorrow. It's going to be 42 degrees with some light rain and 4-mile-per-hour winds. Not too bad out there, but have that umbrella. Guys, that's all I got.
Thanks, Alex. And that's all the time we have today on Citrus TV News.
For more of the latest, follow us on Citrus TV News on Twitter or check out our website at citrustv.com. For all of us here at Citrus TV News, I'm Trey Redfield.
And I'm Teagan Brown. Have a wonderful weekend, Syracuse.